Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist. And one of the areas for looking at well-being that we tend to overlook is the fact that our posture, the way we hold our bodies, has a profound impact on how we think and feel and behave. Now, one of the issues about the way that we spend our working lives in particular is that we seem to be obsessed with being hunched and bunched in front of the computer screen. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, as you may well know, this position with the shoulders hunched and forward is interpreted by your mind, by your body, as being defensive. This is how we hold our bodies. It feels very strange. This is how we hold ourselves when we perceive a threat, real or imaginary. And what I'd love you to be able to do is to just become a little bit more aware of how you're holding your body. For hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors, without having the benefit of thick fur or scales to defend themselves, to protect themselves, instinctively closed off the heart area to protect themselves. It was only supposed to last for a few moments, perhaps 2 or 3 minutes at most, because you can see that this compresses the lungs, reduces our ability to breathe. It also heightens the survival response, the thing that we associate, with fear and anxiety. That has a direct impact on the quality of your reasoning faculties. In other words, this is not a very healthy position for us to adopt if we want to think clearly and feel energized. And the change is really simple. The watchword is comfortable. So when I suggest making changes, I've got a couple of subtle adjustments I'd like to share with you. The first is your ability to lower the shoulders. You don't have to do anything too dramatic. And see if you can just move them back. It's very subtle. Usually, when I suggest this, people exaggerate and throw their shoulders back. That's not a particularly comfortable way to sit or stand. But that gentle release of your shoulders and the opening up of the chest area sends a very clear signal to your mind and to your body there's no danger. That changes how you see things. It changes your perception. It's how we're hardwired. But it also will assist you in thinking more clearly, using your rational faculties, get the logic on board to see things much, much more clearly, and, typically enough, with a much wider perspective. Because when you're stressed, we tend to narrow the focus, we get tunnel vision, so we can identify a possible threat. It all makes sense, really. But this simple adjustment, wow, makes a huge difference. The other thing you may notice is that when you're under pressure, you tend to tense the jaw. Head is pretty important. It's a soft target in many ways. So we clench the jaw because if we take a blow, if we're hit, we need to be able to protect the head. So clenched jaw, hunched shoulders. These are typically the defensive postures we associate with stress. Switch off the shoulder stress, unlock the jaw, and your body will know immediately that it's time to calm down. That has a massive effect on the blood chemistry. It affects your digestive system, your metabolism, but it also affects cognitive function. If you add a couple of more ingredients, did you imagine, I was going to say breathing, well, you're absolutely right. If you can take a deeper breath, just effortlessly deepening the breathing, you will start to feel so much better. It's a fantastic way to turn off stress, anxiety, and fear. If you've got to make a presentation, relax shoulders, body open, jaw relaxed, deeper breathing, you'll feel much more empowered. You just feel more competent, more centered, more balanced, ready to face whatever it is you're going to do. The other thing I would love to be able to do, this is a little bit more subtle, it's to bring the ribs up a fraction, just to straighten the back. So we're trying to move from this hunched position because most people have their heads way too far forwards, and it puts a huge amount of strain on the cervical vertebrae. But this adjustment where we begin to move the ribs forward and up a fraction shifts the way that the weight is distributed across the body. We're approaching a much more natural posture. So these are really simple ideas. And if you could just bear in mind, perhaps every hour, that your posture is a direct key for influencing how you think and feel and behave, you've now got a fabulous set of simple tools to adjust and control the thinking process, your emotional responses, and how you behave. It's also extremely important for boosting cognitive function and creativity. What do you think? These ideas are not new, they've been around forever. But these very, very simple techniques are now yours to use as and when you please. If you'd like to get in touch, feel free to send me messages. You can get in touch at any time. I love to communicate, getting your ideas, suggestions, and feedback. And in the meantime, well, I've got a very busy day ahead of me, and I'm looking forward to being back with you soon. And I'd love to wish you a really wonderful day.